Here's today's In Touch devotion.
Today's abridged scripture reading is from the 17th chapter of 1 Kings, where we find the prophet Elijah being sent by God to live by the brook Cherith for refuge from the drought that the Lord had allowed. In addition to being sustained by the brook, God commanded ravens to deliver food to Elijah. But after a time, the brook dried up. Verse 8. Then the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Arise, go to Zarephath and stay there. Behold, I have commanded a widow there to provide food for you. So he arose, and when he came to the entrance of the city, a widow was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and said, Please, get me a little water in a cup, so that I may drink. As she was going to get it, he called to her and said, Please, bring me a piece of bread in your hand. But she said, As the Lord your God lives, I have no food, only a handful of flour in the bowl and a little oil in the jar. And behold, I am gathering a few sticks so that I may go in and prepare it for me and my son, so that we may eat it and die. However, Elijah said to her, Do not fear. Go, do as you have said. Just make me a little bread loaf from it first, and bring it out to me, and afterward you may make one for yourself and for your son. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, The bowl of flour shall not be used up, nor shall the jar of oil become empty, until the day that the Lord provides rain on the face of the earth. So she did everything in accordance with the word of Elijah, and she and he and her household ate for many days. The bowl of flour was not used up, nor did the jar of oil become empty, in accordance with the word of the Lord which he spoke through Elijah. Now it happened after these things that the son of the woman became sick, and his condition became very grave, until at the end he was no longer breathing. We then read that Elijah laid the boy on the bed in Elijah's borrowed upstairs room. Verse 20. Elijah called to the Lord and said, Lord, my God, have you also brought catastrophe upon the widow with whom I am staying by causing her son to die? Then he stretched himself out over the boy 3 times and called to the Lord and said, Lord, my God, please let this boy's life return to him. And the Lord listened to the voice of Elijah, and the life of the boy returned to him, and he revived. Then the woman said to Elijah, Now I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth.
We'd all like to have great faith that stands firm in the face of challenges and difficulties. But God doesn't enlarge our faith instantly. It's a process that happens over our lifetime and often involves trials. Each time we choose to believe the Lord and step out in obedience, we gain greater confidence to trust Him the next time. Elijah shows us what increasing faith looks like. He relied on the Lord to provide food and water at the brook, and he did so again in Zarephath, the miracle this time providing for a widow and her son as well. Then we read about an even greater demonstration of faith when he prayed that the Lord would raise the widow's son to life. On each of these occasions, Elijah stepped out in obedience and experienced the reliability of God. As a result, his faith grew stronger. There will be opportunities for you to believe in the Lord and respond with obedience. These situations are what we often call problems. Try looking at each difficulty as an opportunity designed by God specifically for the purpose of increasing your faith as you see His dependability in action. With each step of willing obedience, your trust in Him will strengthen.